For decades, global leaders have really only operated on a single assumption about India. Well, in the next few minutes, we're not just going to challenge that assumption, we're going to show you why it's already completely obsolete. The world has looked at India as a cost-saving hub for so long, a place for operational efficiency. But that model, it's broken. The very foundation has shifted, and a new, way more powerful India has emerged. And this one, it's geared not just for efficiency, but for real innovation and growth. So let's just be direct. That old view of India as simply a back office, that's a legacy mindset. The reality on the ground is a full-scale digital revolution. And believe me, it's fundamentally reshaping the global business landscape as we speak. To really grasp the scale of this, just consider this number. India now has more internet users than the entire population of Europe combined. Now, this isn't just some big consumer market. It's a digitally native talent pool ready to build, innovate, and frankly, to lead. And what's fueling this digital explosion? Well, it's the world's most affordable mobile data. A staggering 90% drop in cost has completely democratized access, and it's unleashed this wave of innovation that was, simply impossible a decade ago. And the result of all that? Last year alone, India's Unified Payments Interface, you know it as UPI, its revolutionary instant mobile payment system. It processed over $2 trillion in transactions. That is more than all credit and debit cards combined. We're talking about a frictionless digital economy operating at an absolutely immense scale. Now look, this transformation didn't happen by accident. Oh no, it was deliberately engineered. It's built on a powerful digital triad that's reshaping India's economic landscape right from the ground up. So, 3 pillars really form this new backbone for global business. You've got near-universal 5G for incredible speed, the open UPI network for seamless finance, and a really rapidly maturing AI ecosystem for intelligence. With 5G now covering over 80% of the population, things like high-performance, distributed work, that isn't some future concept, it's happening right now. And this unlocks the strategic advantage of building these high-value capability centers in emerging cities without ever having to sacrifice connectivity. And UPI, it's so much more than just a payment system. You really have to think of it as a real-time, open-source sandbox for financial innovation. It's a launchpad for testing next-generation products in a massive domestic market before you even think about taking them global. And finally, AI in India has moved way beyond just pilot projects. We're talking full-scale enterprise integration. Backed by government support and a thriving startup scene, India is fast becoming a global hub for creating proprietary AI in predictive analytics, automation, and machine learning. Okay, but how does all this advanced digital infrastructure translate into a real, tangible, competitive advantage for your business? Let's look at a real-world example of this new capability frontier in action. So, a leading London-based bank, they needed to build a critical AI-driven risk analytics hub. They looked at the established global locations, Poland, Singapore, but ultimately they chose Gujarat, India. And here's why. The decision wasn't about cost, not at all. It was about a superior ecosystem. We're talking state-level policies that are actively promoting AI innovation, direct access to Gift City, India's dedicated international fintech hub, and of course, the guarantee of world-class digital infrastructure. And the outcome? Well, in just 30 months, they built a global analytics hub with over 600 high-value roles in AI, data, and risk. This wasn't about lifting and shifting a process. No, this was a strategic shift from pure cost-saving to pure value creation. I mean, when you just look at the data, the choice becomes pretty clear. Take a look at this chart. Compared to other top GCC locations, India's integrated digital foundation is it's unmatched. Notice that combination of advanced infrastructure, high AI readiness, and that open fintech interoperability, it's simply in a different league. So, this new landscape's complex. It's filled with immense opportunity, but, also some nuanced challenges. Navigating it, understanding state-level policies, the talent ecosystems, emerging tech hubs, all of that requires deep, specialized insight. And that's exactly why we created a resource to do just that. Our whole goal is to translate India's dynamic complexity into clear, actionable business intelligence so that you can make confident, strategic decisions. So let me introduce you to India Inside, the GCC Advantage. It's a strategic business podcast made for CXOs and decision makers like you.
people who want to truly understand this new India and learn how to leverage it for global growth.
Each episode is really a journey through India's evolving ecosystem. We're going to decode the policies, the incentives, the talent that are shaping the future. We'll explore opportunities in these emerging cities, and you'll learn from global peers who are already moving ahead, helping you connect your global goals to India's new reality. You know, in a world that's changing this fast, you just can't afford to be left behind. The future of global capability, of innovation, and value creation is being built right now in India. Understanding this new India is no longer optional. It's a strategic imperative. The insights you gain today are going to define your global footprint and your competitive edge for the entire next decade. So, we invite you to join the conversation. You can find India Inside the GCC Advantage on Spotify, Amazon Music, or YouTube. Go ahead and start building your strategic edge today.
India Inside the GCC Advantage. It's where global business meets India's new capability frontier.